In the quiet of the morning light, when the world is still asleep, there's a whisper calling from within, a promise I can keep. Through the shadows and the questions, through the valleys deep and wide, there's a name that brings assurance, a faithful, steady guide. When the storms begin to rise again and the ground feels unsure, there's a hope beyond the breaking waves, a love that will endure. Not by strength or human wisdom, not by power of my own, but a grace that holds the broken and calls the lost back home. Through the echoes of a weary world, full of doubt and fear, there's a truth that stands unshaken still, forever drawing near. Not a story lost in history, not a distant fading flame, but a living, burning presence that forever stays the same. When the tears fall without warning, there's a voice that gently whispers, you are not alone, my friend. In the silence there is healing, in surrender there is peace, and the chains that once were heavy lose their power and release. Every heart that's searching, every soul in need, there's an answer rising in the air we breathe. Jesus is the reason for every song I sing, for the light that breaks the darkness, for the hope that dawn will bring. Jesus is the reason every heart can stand in the middle of the fire, held by scarred yet healing hands. Not by sight, but faith is leading through the fire, through the flame. Every step a deeper meaning, every breath I call his name. He's the Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, the Redeemer of the broken, the forever faithful friend. No power can stand against you, no darkness can remain. Every chain is torn to pieces at the mention of his name. Jesus is the reason for every song I sing, for the light that breaks the darkness, for the hope that dawn will bring. Jesus is the reason every heart can stand in the middle of the fire, held by scarred yet healing hands. still a purpose, there is still a name. Jesus is the reason for every breath I take, for the love that never falters, for the mercy that won't break. Jesus is the reason, now and evermore. Every heart will lift him higher, every voice will now adore. In the quiet of eternity, when all is said and done, there will be one name forever, the everlasting one. Through the ages, through the heavens, through the endless shining light, Jesus is the reason, now and for all time.